Capricorn, welcome. Welcome Capricorn to White Mirror Oracle. I'm really happy to have you here. Let's just light some Palo Santo. I feel like I'm in a rather soft space today with you guys. We need a little bit of extra protection because we're going through some kind of metamorphosis, aren't we always? Feels like all the Capricorn souls that are reincarnated here and we chose to be a Capricorn, then we definitely chose the path that is not easy, the path that is here for us to grow, for our souls to learn, to accumulate new wisdom. I would say we're pretty ancient souls. I would say we're pretty badass souls. Not to say that we're better than anyone else. People might think that. People who can't deal with self-confidence, people would call it arrogance, but they don't know what they're talking about, do they? Because they don't know themselves. But we do. At least we're starting to. Capricorn, that was deep. Let's go. Beautiful Capricorn, this is for your solar eclipse. It's happening tomorrow and Saturday, depending on where you are at in the world. We're going to go ahead and dive a little bit deeper into the tarot and the oracle in a minute. But first off, we're going to just check out the astrology. Now, with that being said, I'm not an astrologer, so please fact check, correct me if I'm wrong. This is my intuitive pickups. I channel and I pick up on what is in the ether and what is in the collective subconscious. I do not read astrology charts, but I can intuitively interpret them. All right, you guys, let's just call it as it is, right? There's something here, being straightforward and calling it as it is, Cappies. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and do it. Now, Capricorn, this solar eclipse is happening in Aries, which means it's your, let's see, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, Aries. If it is your rising sign, Capricorn, then it's happening in your 4th house, which comes down to home, family. Just had a major deja vu. So maybe you felt like you've been here before. Maybe you felt like you've already done this. Perhaps you even manifested this in some sorts. And usually when we get deja vus, it's not that we are, oh no, we're back at the same place we used to be. It is actually confirmation from the universe that you are in alignment with how you manifest your dreams and your subconscious realities. However, it's always good to check in with yourself, of course. If you're not Capricorn rising, please don't walk away. Stay a little bit longer. We're going to go into the collective Capricorn energies. And if you're curious how this applies to your rising sign, for example, I'm a Capricorn sun, but my rising is Cancer. I would then check out my Cancer as well, just to let me know how it is playing out astrologically. All right, 4th house is about family, home, security, the mother. You might be healing some mother wounds. I'm hearing you've actually already healed those mother wounds. Maybe you've become a mother. Maybe somebody close to you is becoming a mother. Maybe you are learning how to step up as a parent in a different way. Maybe you are buying a new house for your family or for yourself, ready to start a family. It could also be that you're celebrating some sort of stability when it comes to home. Could be that you're purchasing land, starting to build. Could be redecorate, expand your home, what have you. However, do remember that Mercury and Venus is retrograde right now, so no major finishes wants to be made until that chapter is done. However, we don't want to have the circumstances control us, rather us controlling the circumstances, right? So please be mindful of what you choose, when you choose it, but also go ahead and do it if it feels right, right? Right. Now, Aries is a very forthcoming energy. Aries is a cardinal sign, just like you. Now, Aries make things happen. I think you and Aries go well together when it comes to business. And this solar eclipse happening in Aries actually indicates that this is something that will actually give you this boost that you need in order for you to continue on growing it. Because we Capricorns, we do step by step climbing the mountain, right? We elevate with that grounding energy. However, Aries is more like trailblazing through. They're not really going up like we are, they're going through, but they have that engine that we sometimes need in order for us to go a little bit faster. So maybe the universe wants things to go faster for you, especially in the home section. You might be stumbling upon something and that you didn't expect, because the solar eclipse, when it is lunar eclipses that we just had, now do check out your lunar eclipse reading if you haven't already. when it's lunar eclipses, it eclipses out something. When it's solar eclipses, it eclipses in something. So usually it comes with a gift once we cleared out the cobwebs from the lunar eclipse that the lunar eclipse brought forth, so to say. Now, if this is happening in your home section or in your family section, you want to be mindful of making space in that area. So maybe clean clutter, maybe just like throw away old stuff or organize in some way. Also, when it comes to your family schedule and like all the responsibilities at home, maybe you want to recheck that. This is really good things to do when it is actually Venus and Mercury retrograde. So maybe that's something there for you guys. All right, let's go ahead and dive into this tarot, and we're gonna see what comes up here, Cappies. We're gonna use the tarot of the divine. And it's a tarot that is based upon deities and folklore all around the world. So they usually have some stories to tell. What stories do you have to tell? It feels like, Capricorn, you have something to say, but you're not saying it. And I think it's good that you're not saying it, Capricorn, because for the time being, maybe it needs to marinate. Also, maybe you don't have to state the obvious, right? Right? So if people ask, then you might tell, but if people don't ask, well, they have to suit themselves, I guess. Also, I feel a little bit of this energy with you guys, like, you know, I got my own back. And that's like a regular Capricorn energy, right? I got my own back. But also remember that part of us that is like so warm-hearted and so loving and so overgiving, that the polarity of it is like, I got my own back. So we do want to have some sort of balance there. We don't want to be too much on one side or the other, right? We want to be balanced. Cool. Also meddling between elements, I'm hearing, between the earth and the sky and the cosmos and the sea, I'm hearing. Because that's where we, as mountain goats, sea goats, that's where we travel. We travel in the in-between as well. We're kind of like this Morpheus character. I don't know why I'm getting that, because that's not what I usually say, but I'm getting that we're kind of like the Morpheus character. It's interesting because Morpheus is not only the guy in Matrix, Morpheus is also a mythological character. So you might want to look that up, what that means actually. But the Morpheus in Matrix, he's the one, like, you know, meddling, I'm hearing, but he's also the one handing, you know, the option. Almost, it's like the illusion of choice, because we say that there's a freedom of choice. We got the Hierophant here. We say that there's a freedom of choice, right? But the freedom of choice is only an illusion. It only appears to be a choice, because there really is no choice. Whatever happens will happen. Whatever we choose is what is meant to happen. It's just that we believe that we chose, right? But if we chose the other direction, that would have been the thing that happened. And yeah, we can unchoose and make another decision, but then that's also an alignment. Feels pretty shitty to say it like that, right? It's like, oh, we don't have a choice in the matter. Well, we kind of do and we don't, right? What is what it will be. And also, that's like on a philosophical level. So you might thinking a lot about your place in this direction in your life. Interesting. Now let's go ahead and see Capricorn, 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 Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. If you're new here, welcome. I forgot to say that. Please hit that subscription and like button if you haven't already. It really helps this channel out. It promotes the energy and just brings it forth so that everybody can partake. If you are returning, welcome back. I'm really excited to have you here again, Cappies. Thank you for returning and for having my back too. Love you. Now, let's go ahead and see Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What's happening for my Capricorns during the solar eclipse and the beginning of April. During the solar eclipse and the beginning of April. Page of Wands. That's happening for everyone, so there's something there. Queen of Swords. That's also happening for a lot of people. Temperance. All right, interesting. Can we get one more in the Page of Wands, please? What is the Page of Wands? Please clarify. Just clarify. Seven of Wands. Yeah. I think... All right. Yeah, you're definitely building some kind of structure when it comes to your power. What is the Queen of Swords about, please? I'm going to show you these cards. Hold on a second. Yeah, clarity at heart. Cool. What is Temperance, please? Oof. Wow. Wow. All right. All right. I'm getting it. I'm getting it now. All right. Beautiful Cappies. Let's look. So we have the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands indicates somebody's learning about their power, somebody's learning about the creativity. Could be some sort of naivety when it comes to the creative power, like they don't know their full-blown capacity yet. However, it is in the growth. It is in the growth spurts even, I'm hearing. So something is growing quickly and fast. There's this sort of revelation about your own creation. Also, this could be a child coming in. I'm getting that for a lot of people, so maybe some are pregnant, or you have some sort of pregnancy in your family, in your household. If so, this is the energy that's coming in. This is also fire energy, so this could pertain to the Aries energy that's happening right now. It comes in together with the Seven of Wands. And the Seven of Wands, it tells a story about defensiveness, but not necessarily in a bad way. Defensiveness is also about, like, you know, standing up for what you believe in, not backing down. And especially when it comes to creativity, or when it comes to a person that is a fire sign, or even a child. Could be that you're defending a child also. This could be, like I said, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So you could be like standing your ground when it comes to your child or your children, and you're like, I'm not backing down an inch, and if you're coming any closer, I'm gonna hit that thing in your head, Mr. or Missy. You know, it's like that kind of energy. It's like, yeah, you really want to come closer? Come on in. Boom, you know? It's like you're really standing up for this. Or if this is not a child, this is your inner child, this is your inner creativity, your inner fire. You're not allowing anybody to come close if they're not like wishing you well. I'm also hearing if people are wishy-washy, you don't want them close to you for some reason. Now, we also had Queen of Swords, which talks about clarity, which talks about ability to see things on a greater scale, ability to understand things, but not on a spiritual level necessarily, but more so like in a fierce way, a fierce intellectual way, understanding things, outsmarting people, outsmarting situations. Could also talk about signing contracts, making deals, severing ties, cutting cords, all of that, right? Usually the Queen of Swords is somebody that is not in touch with their emotions whatsoever. However, to clarify the Queen of Swords, we have the King of Cups, and this is an energy that is totally in tune with their emotions and totally in connection with their inner world, with the sea. I said the sky and the sea, right? So the sea and the emotions, they move all the time. That's why we need this clarity here, this alignment. So I feel like if this is just you, Cappies, you're coming into some sort of like fundamental balance when it comes to your internal world, both balancing your mind and your heart, your emotional well-being, and your mental health, which is awesome, and I love it. Congratulations. If this is you signing a contract or signing a dotted line or some kind of retribution, I'm hearing too, when it comes to a contract, you're making that decision out of a very, very emotionally mature place, which is also great. That's awesome. This is a person coming in. This could be an Aquarius, Gemini, or even Libra. And this person coming in could have more feminine attributes, but underneath the surface, they have very masculine energy, especially in their emotional realm. So they could be very nourishing and caring, but more like in a protective manner, more in a like all-encompassing manner. Not like, you know, when we have the Queen of Cups, this is a person who's overgiving, constantly there. Like I am when I'm a mom. I'm doing like the kids' food, I'm doing the kids' laundry, I'm doing like everything for them, and then it like hits me. I'm like, hey, wait a minute. You guys can do this yourself, you know? So it's like, the Queen of Cups is somebody who's like super, super generous. The King of Cups is also very generous, very, very generous, of course. But they're more like observing, presence, like peace, serenity, that kind of energy, right? So if this is a person, again, you know, that could be heavy air signs with heavy water signs, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. This could also be somebody coming in with a love offer that is having very strong air and water signs in their chart, or placements in their chart. Now, we also have Temperance. Temperance is a Sagittarius card. Temperance talks about spiritual epiphanies. It talks about understanding in a greater aspect of life, not only in the mental aspect or the emotional aspect or the physical aspect. It talks about learning about, and not only also in your power aspect, or energy, talks about learning the greater whole aspect of the entire universe, entire cosmos. And that's where the cosmos comes in, I guess. This is a Devi. This is somebody who has, the compassion for themselves and for the world, the integrity for themselves and for their environment around them. They have one foot in the water and one foot on the ground. They are completely balanced and in peace. It's a bodhisattva. They are like an awakened being that is now in the world but not of the world, if you understand what I'm saying. So I feel like you're almost like witnessing in full presence as things are happening, but you're not really the one acting upon it. Again, what I said about not really having a choice, but still making the choice. You understand what I'm saying? It's like a detached kind of presence. However, yeah, and it really fills in with this kind of energy too. The only way I would say you are more attached is when it comes to this childlike energy. If it is an actual child, that's understandable. If it is a creative project, that's understandable too. But this is where you're a little bit attached to defending your honor or defending this power. And if this is an actual child, of course, stand up for what you believe in. Sometimes that's very necessary. And we got so many deities that are very, very fiery and very defensive and very, forceful. So it's not a bad thing to be attached as long as you are aware of it and you don't let it rule you, right, Cappy? Cool. All right. Whew, that's a lot of energies coming through. Now the Temperance was clarified with a 4 of Cups, 4 of Coins, and a 10 of Coins. Sorry, I just gotta check my cat. Hold on. All right, Capricorn. One of my cats, she's still, healing from her surgery, so gotta check so the other cat doesn't bully her. Again, standing up for the smaller, the younger, the more innocent, right? Now the Temperance is clarified with 4 of Cups, 4 of Coins, and 10 of Coins. So this is definitely family related. I think when it comes to your family, you've reached an epiphany that control and fear-based control, I would say, and also like fear-based boredom or FOMO even is no longer relevant. You're like, again, like seeing things from a clearer perspective when it comes to this family matter. This could be some sort of generational curse or generational wealth. Have it whatever way you want to. If it is a curse and you need help with breaking it, you can always connect with me and we can check it out. I do quantum healing sessions, but this is some sort of, you got 4-4, so it's also stability. But there's just the stagnancy about it. And I think the Temperance card lets us know that there is a need for some sort of movement, but a detached movement. Interesting. So we're going to go ahead and see what is actually coming in, because like I said, there are things coming in, things that are gifting you with its presence when it comes to this solar eclipse, and then see how it affects you. We got the 6 of Wands at the bottom of the deck, you guys. So this is a very positive movement. This is a success, something that you've been longing for, something that you've been needing, something that you've even been praying for. I also want to clarify the King of Cups and the Queen of Swords. Now, let's go ahead and see. What is universe gifting you guys, Capricorns, with? We got another 4 of Swords, so there's healing or rest, at least rest and peace. Page of Swords. All right. Maybe you're resting and you need to rest in order for you to and journal. I think they want you to journal and rest and just recuperate and think about what you've gone through and what you want to have with you coming along into the future, right? Because this is also the page, again, it's like about growing and growth, right? Learning and at the bottom of the deck we have the 10 of Cups. So maybe you should write down like these key notes on where you want to go in your life and what you want to see coming forth. Sorry, I have to check this cat again. Excuse me. Here she is. Aw. Sonia, come. Hey. All right, let's just see what else is coming in. So we got rest and journaling, maybe doing some manifestation keywords, maybe just clearing up all cobwebs in the mind as well, you know, and I'm also hearing listening to your intuition. We got the Ace of Cups, so there is something here to open your heart up, and maybe also, meanwhile you're resting, you know, your heart can be open again because something made you closed off, especially when it comes to family or something in regards to family. Let's see what else is coming in. What is this Ace of Cups? Strength, that's cool. So there might be a Leo coming in, opening up your heart. But also, again, you know, this could be you, like finding this inner strength within your heart. And I think it correlates a lot with the King of Cups and the Queen of Swords. This is you, if this is you, really being in alignment with this presence and this peacefulness and this like fierce, like, no, I'm not going anywhere kind of energy. Which is very impressive, Capricorn, very impressive. Let's see what else is coming in. Well, yeah, baby, we got some love or some communion here. Get the Four of Wands, which is marriage, Two of Cups, which is also like twin soul energy, with the Empress. So there might be a Taurus or somebody Venusian coming in, or you are that person. But this is something that is a long-term commitment. I would definitely say it has the potential to be marriage, to be a connection that will last throughout the ages, and also potentially to have kids together, right? We got the marriage card, we got the pregnancy card, and we got the union card here, you guys. However, of course, this could also be, you know, happy home, happy family, togetherness, and this motherhood energy that we were talking about. Let's just clarify the strength and Ace of Cups, please. What is the strength and Ace of Cups? Whoops. King of Wands. So there is, sorry, I'm just going to check her. So there is somebody that's very fiery. Again, I could say it could be potentially somebody that's an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, because we got both the Leo card and the Sagittarius card. Anything else that they need to know? This is also, however, somebody that you can trust, a super stable person, or this could be you. We got two kings here. So you both have embodied this divine masculine energy, no matter if you're feminine or masculine in your gender or how you identify yourself, right? It doesn't matter. Let's see what else. Yeah, and I think both of you also been through the ringer when it comes to family, and you're done with like putting up walls for the sake of like home peace. I think you're both standing your ground when it comes to what you want in life, and that will bring you that prosperity and long-lasting prosperity that you've been longing for a very long time. I've said long like several times now, because you got the 10 of coins and the 10 of cups, you guys. So there is so much beauty on the horizon. I think the advice is to take this leap of faith, but also to be consistently in alignment with your thoughts, with your emotions, and with your spirituality. And this trinity of like peace and serenity, I'm hearing peace and serenity, peace and serenity, peace and serenity will lead to prosperity, will lead to abundance. And also stand your ground when it comes to something or someone that is pretty innocent in their creativity. Could be, again, like I said, a child, or somebody that is very close to your heart, or it could be your inner child. But defend it with all your might, and don't give up when it comes to this creative endeavor. Don't give up. Can we just clarify the 7 of Wands, please? 6 of Cups. Yeah, it is children. Definitely. Or it is a relationship and a connection that makes you feel like a child, or think about your childhood memories. Don't give up. Defend their honor or your honor. Let's just see who or what is the King of Cups. 3 of Wands wanted to pop up, but it didn't. 2 of Coins. And who is the Queen of Swords? I think this talks about, again, like I said, balance and connectivity in between your heart and your mind. You know that heart and mind song? What is it? Heart and the Head song that was popular like a few years ago. He was talking about being in conflict between his head and his heart, but this is you not being in conflict. This is you being in harmony, you being at peace, you being present, and also you being patient and in truth. cutting away that which doesn't serve you, cutting away that which has accumulated and restricted you, especially when it comes to that innocence, the creativity and passion and compassion in regards to your family, in regards to your relationships, in regards to your home. All right, Capricorn, I hope this really resonated and hit that like button if you haven't already. Now we're going to go ahead and check out the Sacred Space Oracle deck. This is a deck that I've created myself. Right now you can get your exclusive own deck, and it will only be available for another few days. I think it is a week now, so hurry up and get it. And I really do need your help, so I would appreciate you checking this link out. The link is leading you to a Kickstarter campaign, which is a crowdfunding campaign. It's an all or nothing kind of concept, so we got to get it all the way to the 100% in order for this to succeed, in order for me to produce these cards, because it's just a prototype. I would love your presence there, and I know that you will love these cards too. All right, you guys. Now let's go ahead and check it out. What is the Sacred Space Oracle deck? What is the advice for my beautiful Capricorns? What's the advice? We got 2 cards here. Structure the chaos and let love lead the way. I love these cards. They are actually very similar when it comes to both coloring and shape. Interesting. Here you go. Super intricate, as you can see. I got my own style, right? So I've been writing them, I've been drawing them, I've been painting them, I've been doing the whole shebang. Because, you know, we Capricorns, we don't know how to receive help from people. We got to do it our own way. But this is Let Love Lead the Way. It talks about you actually opening up your heart and listening to where love leads you. Not where light leads you, not where darkness leads you, not where the ideas about the right and the wrong leads you, but where your heart is guiding you. So let your heart guide you. Also, structure the chaos and organize and harmonize talks about things that can be a little bit chaotic right now. So it's important, like I said, for you to like declutter, for you to have some sort of structure when it comes to routines and home and family, when it comes to your work schedule, for example, or your health routine. Anyway, there's a need for structure, and even if it's just a creative project or your mental health, maybe again, heal, write it down, you know, be mindful of what it is you think and you speak. And this is really important for you. Even if it's a small, tiny part, rest, rejuvenate, and journal, for sure, journal. Now, let's just go ahead and read the mantra. And because the book has both a mantra, a medicine, and meditation, but we do want to just check out the shorter parts. Oh, I feel so sorry for her. Hold on. Oh, Jesus, he's such a bully. So there might be somebody in your life that is a real bully. Just saying. And you just gotta let them know that this is not okay. Like, get out. Do not try to fight when it comes to something that is innocent and can't defend themselves, you know? Just like you're standing up for something that can't defend themselves on their own, and there's some kind of bully coming in all the time just because they want your attention. You can hear it now. I love my cats. I love both of my cats, but it's not okay for him to like be on her back. She just got out of surgery, so just a few days ago. So he's super curious, of course, right? But anyway, they're just cats. Structure, medicine. Structure the channel for chaos to morph into its most omnipotent state of being. Focus the intent and create harmony. Divine order has its own natural habitat. Follow the guidance within for harmony to unfold accordingly. It also talks about taking one thing at a time, being mindful, being slow. Don't force things, but just let them organically put themselves in order. Let things falling into place, harmonize. Yeah. The mantra also is, I am allowing divine order to flow through me, and I am intuitively guided to sort out whatever chaos may be perceived. I hereby choose harmony. So it's also about choosing harmony. Cool. Now let's read Let Love Lead the Way. It's actually the second card. The medicine says, Let love lead the way. Don't follow the light, it shall blind you. It will have you move away from your shadow. Don't follow the shadow, it will have you go insane in confusion and illusion. Never cease by the light of the day. Let love lead you, for it will hold you in care and compassion all the way home. Beautiful. All right, the mantra says, I let go of any attempt to control my heart's way as I allow love to lead me forth. I trust that love will guide me effortlessly all the way home to myself. Beautiful. I hope this helped and resonated. I love you so much, Capricorn. You got 30 minutes here, so I hope you appreciate it. Give me a likes, please, and don't forget to subscribe. And also, if you want to support this art that I'm doing, I really, really, really need your help. And if you have a minute or two to spare and you love oracle cards, this is the time. Go ahead and check it out. Click the link, make a pledge, and maybe we'll create something magical together. Bye.